Good morning, friends. I am Dr. A. Kulkarni, Department of Commerce, Gopal Krishna Gokhale College, Kolhapur. We are seeing financial accounting, the concept, definition of accounting. In this lecture, we will see the necessary documents for accounting. Bookkeeping records all the day-to-day business and its transactions on the basis of supporting documents only. The word document means a piece of paper which provides detailed information as a legal nature. Document is a legal proof for recording every transaction. For example, if we purchase computer for cash, the cash memo is source of document, that is bill of that computer is a source of document. It is called as document. The person or accountant first ensures the reliability and legal proof of transaction recorded in the books of account. Every entry in the books of accounts is supported by this document only. If there is no document, there will not be any entry at all. The accounting documents are best for entering business transactions, day-to-day transactions. They are separated just like vouchers, journals, receipts, invoices, etc. So these documents are very necessary to account the transaction and ultimately to journalize the entries, preparing ledger and the final accounts. So we will see in this lecture these documents which are necessary for accounting. Firstly, we will see the importance and utility of, that is the importance and utility of the accounting. Accounting documents are necessary for recording all the transactions in the books of accounts. The transactions are recorded with proper mode, and now all these transactions are mostly computer based transactions. Therefore it is necessary to prepare accounts documents firstly, and then after recording it through accounting software just like Tally or any other software. There are number of softwares available in the market regarding the accounting. Accounting documents are stored in physical files as well as in a software also. Accounting documents are legal evidence. That is most important thing. It is a legal evidence and it is related to or it is useful for court matters also. Accounting documents are required for charity commissioner's office whenever there is a case, whenever there is a problem, or whenever anybody goes into court, it becomes necessary to have a evidence, and that is available through these documents only. These documents are required for payment of state government and local body authority, that is paying income tax, sale tax, GST, etc. These documents are necessary. So accounting documents are necessary aspect of accounting procedure, and therefore it should be kept properly, prepared properly, and transactions are recorded properly. Now we will see the various documents required for accounting. The first, voucher. There are three types of entries. Firstly, journalizing the entry, then after transforming journal into ledger, and then after preparing final accounts. To journalize every transactions, the following documents are required. Firstly, that is, first document is voucher. Voucher is a document that supports a payment made by the businessman. It is a legal evidence that certain sum of money has been paid to a specific person or party. There are different types of vouchers prepared by businessmen. For example, cash voucher, bank voucher, purchase vouchers, sale vouchers, travel bills, wages, salaries, etc. There are two types of vouchers. Firstly, internal voucher and external voucher. Internal voucher, while preparing internal vouchers, these are the documents prepared internally by an organization. That is the voucher which is created by the business itself and signed by payee is called as an internal voucher. It is prepared when we cannot get receipt as a proof, such as transactions. For example, if you go through taxi and paid a taxi fare, the taxi driver could not give receipt or could not give bill immediately. Therefore, preparing voucher is necessary. Voucher is prepared and his sign is taken on that voucher. Just like that, bus voucher, auto fare voucher, etc. These vouchers are prepared internally. Second one is external voucher. These vouchers are documents generated from outside of the business. It is a document received from an outside agency regarding the business transaction. For example, tax invoice received from seller for purchase of goods or stationery, receipt of electricity bills paid, debit note, credit note, cash memo, etc. These are the external vouchers. And another one is journal voucher. Journal voucher is basic or original voucher on the basis of which the transaction should be journalized in the books. Now we will see how a specimen of journal voucher. Here we could see the journal voucher. There is a name, that is from whom the voucher is taken, the voucher number, the transaction number, transaction date also, the name of debit account. There are two types of accounts. Firstly, there are two entries, first debit and credit. That is, every transaction has two sides. First one is debit side, another one is credit side. So in the voucher you should mention debit account, which account is debited, and name of credit account, that is which account is credited. It may be personal account, real account, or nominal account, debit or credit. Both the aspects of every transactions is shown in this journal voucher. Then after there is a there are particulars, that is why this transaction is prepared, why debit is given and why credit is given, or to whom credit is given, to whom credit is given, that is particulars of that transactions. And finally the amount is shown in the column. Then after amount in words, the amount paid in words is also is shown on this voucher. And then after there are signatures, that is approved by whom, the signature of approver, authorized by the authority, and say signature of receiver also. So in this way the journal voucher is prepared. In case of non-cash transactions, these vouchers are prepared, that is journalizing the entries. In case of cash transactions, another type of voucher is prepared, that is cash voucher. We will see the type of cash voucher now. So the evidence of cash payments as well as cash receipts is called as cash vouchers. When the amount is spent in cash or amount is received in cash, one should prepare a voucher. If any document from the payee is obtained, then itself it can be treated as voucher. It may be prepared for payment and external document or cash payments internally also. It is a document on the basis of which entries will be made in cash. The same thing here, we'll see the format of cash voucher. That is, in the beginning there is a name of company, cash voucher number, address of the company, date on which date cash is received or cash is paid. Then there is a GST number. Now it is compulsory. Then paid to whom, cash, if it is paid, to whom cash is paid. Then after, on account of, on which account cash is paid. And another is debit account, which account should be debited. Total amount paid in cash. Then after, cash in words it is given. Then after, prepared by, passed by, and receiver's signature. So these, in this way this cash voucher is prepared. Another document we will see, that is receipt. In modern business, to increase the profit of business, sells goods on credit, but payment will be made on future date. At the time of making payment, the receiver is required to acknowledge the payment. For this purpose, a document is prepared that is called as receipt. On the basis of this document, entries will be made in the cash book. That is, if we are not paying immediately, a receipt is prepared, and through receipts the transaction is recorded. So we will see the receipt, format of receipt. Firstly, name of the company, name of the proprietor. Then after, receipt number, date, GST number. Then after, receipt with thanks from, that is, from whom the amount is received or receivable. Sum of amount by cash or by check. Now there are NEFT, RTGS also, that is also mentioned on the receipt. Number, then after, dated, drawn on, in full payment of bill number. Bill number is mentioned on the receipt. Amount in words, amount is shown on the receipt. Then stamp of the firm, stamp of the company, receiver's signature, and subject to realization of check. That is, receipt is given, when check is realized then amount will be given. That is, one thing is mentioned on the receipt, that is subject to realization of check. That is, receipt is timely receipt. It is not fixed, time is not fixed at all. When the check or when transaction will happen, then after the receipt will be documented. So these are the necessary documents to transact the transaction, to record the transaction. These are the basic documents. We will see other documents in the next lecture also. Thank you.